Hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk about rewilding urban spaces using Golden Gate Park as my case study and how it connects to my mesh project focused on rewilding urban San Francisco. We will explore the energy justice implications within this scenario. Throughout this course, we've analyzed Golden Gate Park through various lenses. My mesh project aims to expand the principles of ecological restoration and rewilding throughout San Francisco, creating more interconnected green spaces. Golden Gate Park serves as both an inspiration and as a model. It demonstrates the potential for transforming urban landscapes into thriving ecosystems. The park also highlights the challenges of balancing human use with ecological health, especially concerning energy consumption and its impacts. The main justice implications of my mess project revolve around equitable access to green spaces and the distribution of environmental benefits and burdens. Rewilding efforts can inadvertently lead to gentrification, displacing long-term residents who may not benefit from the improved environment. Furthermore, if rewilding focuses solely on affluent areas, it can often exacerbate existing environmental inequalities, creating green gentrification. We must prioritize community involvement and ensure that rewilding benefits all residents, especially those who have historically been marginalized. In Golden Gate Park, I observed several energy justice implications. First, looking at distributive, the park relies on a mix of energy sources, including natural gas, nuclear, and renewables supplied by PG&E and Clean Power SF. The environmental burdens associated with these sources, such as pollution from natural gas extraction and the risks of nuclear waste, are often disproportionately borne by low-income communities and communities of color located near extraction sites or waste storage facilities. Looking at recognition injustices, the energy needs and preferences of diverse park users are not always adequately recognized. For instance, some communities may prioritize access to affordable energy over environmental concerns, while others may advocate for a rapid transition to renewable resources. Looking at procedural justice implications, decisions about energy infrastructure and consumption in the park may not always involve meaningful participation from all stakeholders. This can lead to outcomes that benefit some groups at the expense of others. For example, the installation of new EV charging stations may primarily benefit wealthier park visitors who own electric vehicles. Looking at restorative justice implications, the park's energy consumption contributes to climate change, which disproportionately harms vulnerable populations. Efforts to reduce the park's carbon footprint and transition to renewable energy can help to mitigate these impacts and promote climate justice. Addressing these injustices require a multi-pronged approach. This would look at a couple of different groups, including the local government, park management, energy providers, and community organizations. They all have a role to play. How? Looking at distributive injustices, they can invest in renewable energy projects that benefit disadvantaged communities. Looking at recognition, they can conduct outreach to understand the diverse energy needs and preferences of park users. Looking at procedural, they can establish inclusive decision-making processes that ensure meaningful participation from all stakeholders. Looking at restorative, they can implement policies that reduce the park's carbon footprint and mitigate the impacts of climate change. I have received some comments from one of my group members, Taisha. Her comments were very thorough, and it included that the Golden Gate Park is cared for by the city and is a community space for people of all backgrounds. It's often used for hosting events and protests. She believes that the project will be more successful if main groups and the city support cleaner energy. Um, she also emphasized partnerships with local solar panel companies, non for profits, and the city. This will allow solar panels to be implemented. She also emphasized that the city government will play a huge role in the project due to park design regulations. Addressing energy injustices in Golden Gate Park can inform my MESH project by highlighting the importance of considering energy implications in all rewilding efforts. By prioritizing community involvement, promoting equitable access to renewable energy, and mitigating the environmental burdens associated with energy production and consumption, we can ensure that rewilding contributes to a more just and sustainable San Francisco. Rewilding urban spaces like San Francisco is such an exciting prospect, but it's crucial to address potential injustices. By learning from places like Golden Gate Park and actively working towards energy equity, we can create a greener, fairer city for everyone.